New batter, Alex Ortiz. Over towards third, Ficken, they're trying for two, and they got him. We're going to the fifth inning, 3-1, Columbia College. Four hits in the last 5 batters for Indiana Tech. 2 outs still. That brings up Yeshua Saint, who has reached his last 2 times up. He homered in the first. He was hit by a pitch and stole a base in the fourth. But Saint earlier today hit his 9th home run. Runner thinking about it. In the dirt, Ritson goes. No throw coming. Easy stolen base for Jake. 1 ball, no strikes to Saint. But the 9th home run for Saint in the first inning and the first home run of the year for Fuzzy Alvarez. Here's the 1-0. Hit well, center field. Daniels bounces in front of him, comes up firing. A little off target. The relay will not get there in time. Saint has driven in another run, and Indiana Tech leads 5-1. Here's the 1-0. That's a strike. Batter 1, ball 1, strike 1, 1 out. And 1-2. This one is down in front of Alvarez and keeping a hit streak alive, now stretching 15 games. Kai Hudson has the first hit of the game for Olivet Nazarene. Timo Show will look to move him over. And Olivet Nazarene, their style, they don't rely on the home run. They need to move people over. And sometimes that takes time. They've got 5 innings to do it. Well, 4 innings and 2/3. The runner goes. Show grounds it over to third. 1 out. Down is Show. Advancing to third on the play is Kai Hudson. Heads up base running by Hudson. So 2 away, but a runner on third. And there's a famous birthday I'll have to tell you about that play reminds me of from today. Now batting, though, not leading off, is Ryan Russman, who's 0 for 2. Great bunter, not in this situation. Gets this one over the head of Snyder, and 1 run in for Olivet Nazarene. Chris De Los Santos, Mike Snyder, and Manuel Escanio. It'll be interesting to see how Escanio's at bat goes after a win last time. He hit one right back at Ethan Underwood. And then Indiana Tech went wild on the scoreboard. They lead 5-2 as we enter the 6th inning. First pitch ball to De Los Santos. Here's the 1-0. That misses low. 2-0 the count. Alluded to it last inning. There's a very impressive run, at least on the base paths, by strike there, Kai Hudson. But one of the fastest players ever to play baseball was born in 1903 today, 118 years ago. Here is the 2-1, and now it's 2-2. James Thomas Bell, better known as Cool Papa, one of the great nicknames in baseball. The 2-2 is swung on and missed and a strikeout. That's the 3rd of the game for Underwood. Cool Papa Bell was born in Starkville, Mississippi 118 years ago. Mike Snyder will stand in. He's 0 for 2. Struck out in the 2nd, flew out to right field in the 5th. But the stories of Cool Papa Bell, he was played for over 20 years in the Negro Leagues from 1922 to 1946. That's a mighty cut. The stories about him are just legend. I think most of the stories from the Negro League players are fantastic in multiple definitions. They're fantastic in that they're great. That's just outside. And they're also fantastic in that they might be slightly exaggerated, but they're in the if it wasn't true, it should have been category, that's for sure. Here comes the 1-1 to Snyder. That's hit really, really well, but really, really foul. He crushed it. Knowing the story on Cool Papa Bell, this is the situation I mentioned earlier, where sometimes you'll see a lot the pitcher, because the batter's seen it so well, they'll take some speed off, and then the temptation is a strikeout, and we'll see what happens. Yep. 2 strikeouts in a row for Underwood. But they would say about Cool Papa Bell, they would say he was so fast that he could turn out the lights in a room and be in bed before the lights would actually go off and the room would be dark. Satchel Paige would say, as stepping in as Manuel Ascanio, he's the one who hit the ball right back at Underwood's face last time he was up, last inning. But Satchel Paige, who was a teammate of Cool Papa Bell, he said that one time Cool Papa Bell hit a line drive right by his ear, and Paige was a hitter. He turned around to see the ball, and the ball hit Papa Bell as he was sliding into second. High swing and a miss. Now the lights out story for Cool Papa Bell, so quick that he could be in bed, covers on before the lights would go out in the room after he hit a switch, is actually technically true. Here's the 0-1. In 1935, Cool Papa Bell and Satchel Paige were teammates on the Pittsburgh Crawfords, and that was a great team. They were roommates on the road trips. Here's the 1-1. That's a strike. And what happened was, in one of their rooms on one of their trips around the country, Bell got to the room first, turned on the lights, and they didn't turn on for a while. And there was a delay in the switch. It was like 3-second delay or so. So the lights eventually came on, turned them off. Eventually they went off, and he had a pretty clever idea, a trick he could pull on Paige. Here's the 1-2. That's fouled off. So he told Paige, when it was ready for both of them to hit the hay in the night, that he could turn out the lights and be in bed before the lights would actually go off. And Paige was like, cool, you're fast, but you're not that fast. Here's the 1-2, that's high. And Cool Papa Bell was insistent and bet him his meal money that he could do it. And Paige took the bet. And he hit the switch, ran into bed, had the covers on before the light went off. Now, he didn't tell him this one's sky high. Drifting in is Hudson. No, he won't. It's going to be Russman. Either infielder could have had it, but the top of the 6th inning is over, as is almost the story. Cool Papa Bell came clean that there was a delay in the switch shortly before Satchel Paige's death, about 60 years later. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. We go to the top of the 3rd. Eventful. Bottom of the 2nd. Potential 2-run double. But Nathan Moonen, the first baseman for Olivet Nazarene, was cut down on a sharp relay throw from Brad Prebe to Piper. And a great tag by Piper. Nice placement by the catcher. Only surrendering 1 run. And here is Piper. 1 ball, no strikes, leading off the 3rd inning. Piper flew out quickly to center field his first time up. And Kenny Piper, the experienced catcher for Columbia, just one of the better hitters in the country. Any way you slice it, he can do it all. Batting .429. He can also lift one into center field. That is quite catchable for Terry Daniels. And he's been retired consecutively on flyouts to center. So now Brad Prebe, Dalton Bielmer, the strong hitting right fielder, is behind him. Prebe batting .364. When he entered this tournament, he was on a nice little hit run. 421 over a 5-game stretch. One and one to Prebe. And that is his 8th game with a hit. A 7-game hit streak entering this one, and now number 8. Dalton Bielmer's opportunity.
Now batting number 5, Dalton Bielmer.
Bielmer can never get it going last night, 0 for 4. He struck out looking his first time up to end the first inning. Now he's got a runner on the bases, and that one's fouled off. Duffin Makins on deck, Justin Randall in the hole. The 0-1. Fouled off. 0-2 to Bielmer. Here's the 1-2 from Gustafson, or not. Trying to pick off the runner. Did they get him in time? They did. Prebe caught leaning. And then a nice little relay from Moonen, getting the ball out of his hand quickly over to Kai Hudson at manning second base. And that's 2 away here in the top of the 3rd. On a base running miscue by Brad Prebe, even though he still almost made it. Nice hit by Bielmer, and that's going to go towards the wall. Didn't quite get to the track. Stand-up double for Bielmer, and oh, what might have been for Columbia. Look at that situation. Bielmer fired up. But if Prebe stayed on base, didn't get picked off, going to second. We could have maybe had a run. So 2 outs. Bielmer on second. Duffin Makins at the bat. He is not yet recorded an official at bat. He walked his first time up. Curveball misses. A big arching curve from Gustafson. That one fastball missed high. Makins, 5 RBIs on the year. One catches the inside corner. 1-2 to Makins, the left fielder. Makins stole a base his first time up. Scored on the Cole Fickens sacrifice fly. And puts this one on a rope to right field. Back towards the wall. Duffin Makins homers. First of the year, and it's a 2-run home run, and Columbia leads. He had 5 RBIs before that swing. And the little fella put one over the Sam Lewis sign in right field. Now Justin Randall, 2-run lead at his back, stands in and first pitch swinging fouls it off. He struck out swinging his first time up. Indiana Wesleyan here, they have all their players who have been drafted to the major leagues have a banner in the outfield. The team that drafted them. Brandon Beachy is right in the middle. He had a really good run with the Braves for a few years. The 1-1. Swung on and missed. A lot of home runs so far in this opening round set here in the Marion bracket. That just misses. In the last game, just before this one, between Indiana Tech and Oklahoma Wesleyan, every run scored was by the home run. That's foul tipped into the glove, a strikeout. Randall's 0 for 2 with a couple Ks. Gustafson has struck out 4, but Duffin Makins, 2-run shot. Columbia leads 3-1.